Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and others. Welcome back to the Neepa TV show. I'm your host, Neepa TV. That's me, and I'm going to be going guest rating, commentating, whatever have you. The game of StarCraft Brood War. We're playing, we're not playing. We're commentating. What am I doing? Anyways, okay. Yeah, so yeah, we're watching a StarCraft Brood War game. And it's going to be a PvZ on the map, which I could actually look up right now. I'm not going to just say I don't know at this point, okay? I am not that kind of person. So, it's Plu Neo Jade 2.0. So, definitely a map I'm not familiar with. And why is my... There we go. My taskbar is being all crazy. How unprofessional of me. I apologize. But, yeah, so it's PvZ, and it's going to be between two players. I would show the statistics panel, but we do have two other people as well. I suppose I could leave this up, but just ignore Plu and Ob2, which obviously Ob2 is going to be an observer. Same with Plu as well. They don't have any income, but their APM is still pretty standard. So yeah, Bisu. We all know Bisu. He is one of the greatest Protoss, if not the greatest Protoss player in StarCraft Brood War in history. And then we have ZerO. I don't know who he is. I have zero clue who he is. He is a Zerg player. And if he's fighting Bisu here, then we should be in for a pretty nice ride. So we shall see. We are seeing a Forge Fast Expand, which of course is that standard for Protoss versus Zerg. And it's always fun to see. And this map is kind of interesting when it comes to wall-offs. We got this pretty wide choke here. Instead of, I mean, usually it's just a little bit smaller on normal maps. Like Fighting Spirit would be like that. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, what I do know is that this is a forge. And why is it not displaying that? Actually, I am curious. It's not the icon side panel. Is it because this is okay? It's because the unit panel. Got it. We're figuring things out. Cool. I'm not really familiar with the, I was about to say theater mode, but that is Halo. So anyways, tells you what I know. Replay mode, maybe. I don't know. But we do have a probe that is going on standby for BC. He's probably going to get his expansion up and running. And actually, surprisingly, a drone does die. This probe has a kill. He's got... Oh, no. We got some early Zerglings coming from ZerO. And Bisu knows this. Of course, Bisu will have protection here. He is saving up his money. We'll see if he starts to finish off his wall off at this time. Zerglings are actually kind of pulling back. And Bisu also did put this pylon down to block that expansion. So... we have a couple 3 probes to defend versus this onslaught, but the Zerglings aren't going to bother. They are going to pull back, and they are going to kill that pylon of Bisu, which is interesting. I guess he really was banking on the element of surprise. That would be my best guess. So once Bisu found that out, he was like, "Nope, I'm pulling back. We're gonna do a macro game. We're gonna get a secret ninja expansion." Nice. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So Bisu is in a pretty comfortable position for sure. More likely than that, he's just going to do a standard starport with the Corsairs and then go into Zealot High Templar composition. Which is always cool to see. Templars are pretty cool. And Corsairs obviously are there to just get some map control, get some scouting information. And Zergs obviously are going to expect this almost every time, the seasoned ones. I am not a seasoned one. I'm kind of speaking like I am seasoned, which is not true. So I apologize greatly. Probe is pulling back. He's almost dead, but he is not. So that would... Now I've come to the conclusion that he is in fact alive based on that analysis. And yeah, so nothing really going on right now. There are still quite a bit of Zerglings. We got 6 here from ZerO. And we'll see. He is getting his metabolic boost. Will he just go right past? Zealot is moving out from Bisu to try to say hello to the neighbors, if you will. Cybernetic scores down, and we'll probably see a Stargate quite shortly. Boom. Like clockwork. Nice. That's pretty sick. Got another Zealot coming out to defend as well. Don't see anything being researched from the Cybernetics core, which is understandable because don't really go Dragoons in PvZ. Probe's actually joining in on the party too. Is Bisu trying to secure a third base? We shall see. Where would the third base be? Over here, I assume? Obviously, there's one up here. I feel like if it was symmetrical, there would be another base here. So yeah. Things are moving out, and Bisu's just going to try to scout with his probe again. The Stargate is almost done, and immediately gets the Citadel of Adun, which gives those Zealots those legs. We actually have air weapons coming out for Bisu, so he may be going straight Sky Toss at some point, because he's already getting his upgrades, or maybe he's just getting a head start. At some point, he's probably just going to get a bunch of carriers. We got a Spire being mutated at this time, so we will see Mutalisk at some point. Something I don't really see in Brood War are scouts, which is pretty interesting. I'm not sure. I wonder if they're bad. I wonder if scouts are just not that great. Because I see Corsairs all the time, but I don't only see scouts, obviously. Ah, here's the base site, so I was kind of right. All right, first Corsairs out. Gonna take out this Overlord. That's something I didn't think about with these Corsairs, is that they could also take care of pesky Overlords that are trying to scout your base as well. So that's a bonus too. 3 Zealots are gonna hold the line here, and right now we got kind of a Cold War going on, minus the Corsair, of course. It's kind of chilling. Got another hatchery going down for ZerO, and another one up here at this ninja base, and Overlords are rendezvousing, and he's actually getting another base. He knows that he could get away with it, I suppose. ZerO really trying to go for that economic advantage. That Zealot does get surrounded, does die. Did get away for a second there, which is pretty cool. And creep colony going down as well. What tech route is ZerO going for? He's getting Carapace for his Spire. Don't see any Mutalisk coming out. Probably not a good idea with the Corsairs. That would make sense. Oh, you know what? Scourge. What am I thinking? Scourge are a thing. There they are. Okay. That's... yeah. What am I thinking, man? Their attack is suicide. Oh, man. I mean, it's true, but damn. Just... what do you do, Bill? Oh, I commit suicide. What do you mean? Oh, it's only a one-time job. One-time thing. Oh, well. Alright. Very uplifting. Another sunken colony going down, really fortifying this ninja expansion up here. 4th base for ZerO is almost complete as well. We actually have +1 coming out for Bisu, and he's getting more gateways, which he can afford to do at this point. Not really opting to get a 3rd base at this time. Really focusing on teching. He's also getting a Dark Templar. He's producing a Dark Templar, that is. We have 5 Corsairs that are going to try to do some harassing. Do the Scourges connect? They do get 1 Corsair. That was pretty good. No anti-air at this time. Those Scourge were the only ones. We got 2 right here that did... I believe they just got hatched. Bisu's just going to pull back. Really, he's just trying to keep the Zerg on his toes at this time. This Hydra Den is done, so we will see some Lurkers and Hydras for sure. Oh my goodness! Scourge from downtown destroys another Corsair, down to 4. Got some Zealots that are engaging these Zealots, the Zerglings, that is. And that is good, because Bisu's trying to secure his 3rd base here. And he should be able to, and like in standard Bisu fashion, he gets a crap ton of cannons at his outlier bases. I've seen games where he's gotten like 5 of them, 4 or 5, which is smart. I don't blame him. If you have an economy, you might as well get some static D to hold the line until your units can get there to defend. So, yeah, Zealots are kind of moving out. They're just trying to kind of provide some presence on the map. Zerglings are spread out, scouting. And I think Bisu's actually going to try to do some damage. This Dark Templar, no kills so far. Overlords are detectors in this game, so he was found out pretty quickly. And Bisu can't really do any damage at that time. Mutalists are coming out now, and at the same time, Psionic Storm is being researched. Same with the Dragoon range upgrade, the Singularity Charge. I think Dragoons come in at this point. They don't come in in the early game, though. Which makes sense. Because we're seeing a lot of Zealots right now. Got some High Templar right. Do we have a Kadarian... How do you pronounce a Kadarian amulet? Probably not. That's okay. That's alright. And we have a third photon cannon being put down. We have some Mutalisks. Got 6 total. We got a lot of Scourge to take care of the air. Mutalisks are moving in. And I really like this combo. It's a Mutalisk Scourge combo. Mutalisks are completely covered, and the Scourge do go in. Don't really do that much damage because those Scourges were pretty much focus fired. I think they did quite a bit of damage on the Corsairs, or am I mistaken? I think I am, because those Scourges were focused down. That Mutalisk was focused down too, so dang. And not a very successful attack from ZerO, but he's certainly not out of this yet. We've got Carapace being researched from him. Actually, I have a Queen's Nest coming out, so those Queens will be produced. It's not the Defiler Mound. For some reason, I keep thinking the Queen Mound is the Defiler Mound, but it's not. So I'm actually curious what Queens do. I think Queens, they have that Broodling ability, and that's all I really know. And I think they float, and they look like, you know, the mouths of the Predators, you know. You know that movie, Predator, you know, with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, everybody knows that movie. Of course. Who doesn't? Got lurkers down here. And they did thwart away the Dragoons. Yeah, well, just the main force of Bisu anyways. Bisu's gonna actually just head up north and try to take care of these extra base. He does know where they are. Dark Templar does find out. He actually does have a kill. Lurkers are being placed down. Is there an observer? I do not see one in sight. But it will be created once this robotics facility is done. More likely than not. Lots of gateways from Bisu. We actually have a 4th base going down for Bisu as well. So, based on that logic, I feel like ZerO will get plop down another base for sure. The Overlords do get taken out. The Corsair count is still pretty high. Hydralisk trying to take out, they're in a really good position trying to take out those Corsairs, but they do damage, but they do not kill a single one really. Or not really, but they just don't. Right? Anyways, what is this upgrade? Pneumatized Carapace. Oh Lord, movement speed. That's right. Got a Adrenal Gland, so we're getting cracklings going. We got a Defiler Mound going down too. Interesting. Okay. Some Zerglings are trying to do a run by, but they're met with cannons to the face. And here it is, the 6 cannons. 6 cannon count at the outlier base. So I guess Bisu doesn't start doing that until he gets his 4th base, because this one only has 3. Or maybe it's not as simple as that. But anyways, there is an engagement here. The ground force of Bisu is gonna try to head up north side, but he knows that the lurkers are there. So at this time, he's just trying to gain some map control. The observer is being plopped out, as well as the gravitic booster, which makes him super speedable fast. Corsairs are going to pull back, still trying to find some stray overlords. Try to do as much damage as they can before they eventually become slightly obsolete. If that is the case at all. I don't know if Corsairs ever fall off, but maybe they do, maybe they don't. Who knows? I can neither confirm or deny. Zerglings coming downtown, and they're going to head... I'm just going to chill. Bisu's main force is moving in. There are lurkers placed. Nice Ice Storm on one of the lurkers. And Bisu does have an observer at this time. Some nice Ice Storms going down. Most of the lurkers are on this side, so if there's another storm that goes down over here, it will certainly do a lot of damage. Huge Dragoon count, and the Zealot count is kind of going down. A nice... we got a counterattack from ZerO from the other side, and there's definitely potential for a sandwich at this time. Some more lurkers being plopped down, and yeah, Bisu is getting kind of attacked on all sides. What is the upgrade count? So we do actually have +2 for Bisu, which is seems like it is certainly making the difference at this time. Bisu's gonna pull back, try to cut his losses, and he's got some more reinforcements on the way here to rendezvous. I'm surprised that ZerO's not getting another base down. Maybe he doesn't need it because he has emotional stability from these 4 bases. So, yeah, there you go. Oof. He knows the Stark Templar Ripperino. Bisu attacking again. The lurker line. Let's see how much damage he can do. These lurkers are doing quite a bit of damage from ZerO. ZerO's still kind of holding on here. We got units from the north side, Zerglings mostly. Actually, well, some Hydralisks. And they do get focused down. At the same time, we got some Corsairs trying to do some more damage on the Overlords at the same time as the attack on his main force. Some pretty nice macro going on here. We got Kadarin Emulant coming down, so those Templars will get much more energy out the gate. Yeah. What is this here? Plague? Defiler ability, huh? I wonder what that does. Guess we'll never know. Nice Side Storms on the Lurkers. One more Side Storm, it will get taken out by Observers here, so they are revealed. Those Lurkers do get taken out. This actually opens up a path for Bisu on the north side of the map. Minus these sunken colonies, of course. But Bisu looks like he's going to go left to this base here and try to get a cancel here. Zerglings coming from the south side. A huge Lurker and Hydralisk count trying to sandwich Bisu's army at this time. Lurkers do burrow, but not before a Side Storm kills them all. Really nice Side Storm. But Bisu's ground forces are going down. He does have reinforcements, some Archons and Dark Templars down yonder. But this base does get taken out for ZerO. Hydralisks are microing and pulling back. Some nice Side Storms killing 2 Lurkers. And we got some reinforcements from the south side. We got the Cracklings moving in. And the ground force of Bisu is going to get cleaned up here. Not before doing a decent amount of damage for sure. We got some Defilers doing their dance here. That's always fun to see. And we got ground armor being researched. Very cool. Got more Zerglings and Lurkers coming out, so at this point, both players are just really focusing on churning out those units. They've teched completely. We'll see what Bisu ends up doing. He may go. Be cool to see Sky Toss for sure. I don't know if that is really a thing in this game versus Zerg, but definitely StarCraft 2. You end up getting Sky Toss, and it's pretty powerful for sure. So it's a rendezvousing here. Main ground force of Bisu, but there is again another sandwich potential for ZerO. We got ZerO coming from the top side. So things are going to try to hold the line. We have a couple of High Templar. They do have, one has enough. I think they both have enough energy actually. Yeah, they both have enough energy for one Side Storm. And looks like ZerO tried to get a base down here, but it is going to be taken out. ZerO's going to leave it alone too. Bisu's getting a 5th base up here. And it's getting some more photon cannons as well. Oh, man. And, yeah, got some Zerglings moving on the east side. So it looks like ZerO is just going to go straight for a complete counterattack over here at this base. But he's going to be met with a lot of cannons at this time. I got some sunken colonies to defend versus Bisu's main ground force here. And reinforcements are actually showing up as well. But then again, we do have ZerO attacking. He's counterattacking himself. Nice dark swarm cloud here to defend those Zerglings. We'll see what happens. Got some Mutalisks that are going to try, that are actually focusing down some of the High Templars. They're getting focused by the. They were getting focused by the Archon, but well, really depends on who can do the most damage at this point. I wouldn't say it's really a base race. Actually, kind of is, but ZerO isn't going for the main tech structures, which is why I'm kind of skeptical to call it that, but it doesn't really matter. Both players are not attacking each other directly. There you go. That is correct. Zealots are moving to the main base. Will they focus the main tech structures? I have a good feeling that they are going to do that. Archon is moving in too. That's pretty sick. Taking out the extractor. Taking out the drones. Ooh, huge storm on the drones. does take out main economy, and I'd say in terms of success, Bisu is definitely going to be more ahead. He's taking out the actual tech structures, while ZerO was just trying to take out this economic base, which is certainly not nothing. He does take out 2, actually. It's certainly not nothing, but he doesn't really have any structures to replenish his forces. I think he's starting to do that. He's mutating into a lair at this time. Got a spawning pool. He's actually making 2 spawning pools, hilariously enough. Really wants to make sure that he has that tech. Doesn't want to die. Pretty decent Mutalisk count, actually. Let's see what they end up doing. I feel like they're just going to use their... They're going to take advantage of their Glaive Worm bounce to try to take care of the key units like High Templar, which is what they're doing. Nice size storm going down. 2 were essentially wasted because... Oh, actually, holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Never mind. Well, they did a decent amount of damage, but these Mutalisks look like they are healing up. They are indeed doing such a thing. We actually have some Scourges out still. Not sure if those are old or those are new. I feel like they're new. And we got some Corsairs. Looks like they did just get focused down. Got some pretty cool Observer... Oh, this is an Archon. This cool Observer position here. I don't see any other ones, but... It's always fun to see. Observers are cool, man. Alright, Scourge is moving in. Let's see how much damage they could do. They're going to be met with the Archons. Bisu's just going to go straight up the top side of the map to try to finish off his Zerg opponent. But Sunken Colonies are pretty powerful. Nice Size Storm on the Mutalisk. Takes out a majority of them. That was pretty huge. And we got some Zerglings coming from the south side. Do get Size Storm immediately. More Zerglings coming from the top side. And these are Cracklings. Oh, man. And that beautiful Size Storm's taking out the entire ground force, actually, essentially. More Zerglings are being produced at this time. Does Bisu have enough for a Size Storm? It looks like it doesn't, but I don't think it matters because Zealots are really powerful, man. Mutalisks are still trying their best. They're going to try to focus down the High Templar. Nice Size Storm on themselves to try to... And they do take out, you know, all the Mutalisks. And this isn't looking so good for ZerO at this time, but he is trying his best. He's actually cleaning up the ground force pretty decently. He's certainly not out of this at all. Not yet. Got another Observer here. Cool. Got a Defiler here. Wow. Interesting. Corsair's still doing damage. Nice. We'll see what ZerO ends up doing. It looks like he's going to try to counterattack, try to take out this base from Bisu. There is a single pylon here, so if that ends up getting focused, I don't think it is, because photon cannons are better to focus, I suppose, in that position. And they do end up... Oh, never mind. Sorry, that was Bisu. The main ground force of ZerO does get mostly taken out. He does have some Zerglings. Let's see how much damage they could do. Zealot's coming up from the main base. And ZerO's just going to pull back here. Got an Observer in the main base for Bisu. And Bisu still has a pretty decent economy roll, and his base here is not fully saturated, or it's not extracted fully yet. Got 2 mining bases, while ZerO has 1, 2. He's got 2 as well, so it's gonna be anyone's game at this point. It's gonna be who ends up just getting the advantage, as simple as it sounds. Decent Archon count still. We got 3 total. Got armor being researched as well. Got Reavers coming out. Cool. I don't really see Reavers in PvZ, so that's fun to see. And the Corsair count is still pretty decent. Got 3 still. Taking out 4. Taking out Overlords whenever they can. Every Overlord killed certainly makes the difference for sure. Got some Lurkers, so it looks like ZerO did get his Hydra Den again. And he's got some Macro Ashes as well. Bisu is going to move in and try to take out an Overlord. He is successful. Spore colonies are focusing down the Corsairs. Bisu doesn't seem to care. He's just going to attack with those Corsairs. Archons look like they are slowed down by some kind of ability, because they are not moving that fast. Well, they are now. Well, some ability is on them. Not sure what it is, but nice size storm on ZerO's army there. Got consume there to give the Defiler energy, I believe. And Hydros do focus down the Corsairs. We're down to 2 at this time. And Bisu still has cannons up here, surprisingly, so I wouldn't be surprised if he starts expanding more, which he's actually going to do that in the original main base of ZerO, hilariously enough. And a pretty decent force from ZerO. He's got Lurkers, he's got Zerglings, and he's going to try to zero in on these high-tech units. But Bisu's falling back to his photon cannons, because he knows that he cannot really fight that in a straight-up fight. The Lurkers are going down. Nice Ice Storm on the Lurkers here. Almost killing them all. And it looks like almost finishing the job. Still one Lurker still. And Beast's base here is kind of is under siege. There are some cannons there. A Dark Swarm is going to defend those Zerglings. Oh, well, I guess not. But Lurkers are planted down to try to do as much damage. We got an Archon summoning as well, so Bisu will lose that base. We still have more units streamlining from the top side. So, certainly a very interesting game at this time. I feel like it's pretty even now. It was looking like Bisu was going to win outright there, but we'll see what ends up happening. We shall see. Got Side Storm going down on Lurkers here. And, you know, Bisu still has his observers, obviously. We could see those Lurkers. You could take them out. Pretty simple. Cocoons are actually getting focused, and those are pretty tanky, so the fact that they are dying is pretty impressive. Reaver is trying to do damage and does take out one of the Lurkers. I did not know Reavers outranged Lurkers. That is cool to know. We got some more Zerglings coming from downtown. Archons are trying to defend as much as possible. They are doing quite a decent amount of damage. We got 2 Reavers now. We'll see how much damage they can do. Scarabs are constantly being produced. Is there an Observer here? I don't see one. There it is. Observer is here now. Guess it didn't really matter because the photon cannon's a detector. See what Bisu ends up doing. He still has a decent army going down here, and ZerO's actually going to go to the east side of the map, and he's going to meet the rest of Bisu's forces here. He's going to immediately pull back, and this base is fully saturated from minerals. Bisu will certainly need to find another base pretty soon. ZerO, his base is fully saturated as well. And he only has 2 mining bases, really 1.5, because it doesn't have a lot of drones. Zerglings coming in from downtown. Nice size storm on the ramp. 2 size storms, and all those Zerglings basically just get absolutely demolished. And that is game from ZerO. So thank you so much for watching this episode of NEPA TV, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.